Let us begin. So you saw that video, Rajni's cult or something, whatever was its name. So, what is your view? What is your conclusion?
I watched it earlier. I told you.
I'm not asking whether you watched it or not. Come to the point straight.
My view is not any particular liking or disliking. I just felt the very first time when I watched it, I thought that part of some experiment or therapy,
What?
but it was
What was part of experiment or therapy?
The group video in which the sannyasins are making love or doing sex, and they are just I should say they were just open up too much that they can do anything, like crying, laughing, beating each other, or anything. There was no foundation in that video. So I felt, I thought it must be some experiment. And in the other point of view also, you explain, and Sheila also said that it also allowed, and some person from other country, I forgot the name. She said facilitator, I should say. Facilitator. So he must be also sannyasin, and in the guidance of also he also allowed him.
You're sleeping or you're awake?
Awake, Swami, awake.
You said you will be able to hear.
Yeah, I'm awake, Swami, awake, listening, I'm listening.
Why your face was looking like potato?
Just ignore us, Swami. My face is like that. I'm a Chinese potato, Swami.
No, it looked like a fried potato.
Okay, Swami.
Must potato. What it's called, must.
Mash.
Then it must be laughing
potato. Mashed potato. My favorite.
What is that stone called? Pumic stone? Pumic? With which you clean your feet, the heel and all this.
Maybe pumic, I think.
What maybe? You know nothing.
I don't use that.
Yeah. Okay.
You taught her, na? You taught her just to know nothing.
Okay. So, what you were saying?
So I was saying the other point of view is that at least ashram will have some income by joining these groups and therapies. That was also, so simultaneously it's good for both. For the courageous people who are able to join that, and other hand for the ashram.
So if OSHO is after money, then he is good for nothing.
What's bad in being after? What's wrong with going after money?
For you, there is nothing wrong. But if OSHO is in the same category, then everything is wrong.
He could. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he would have get.
That means you are saying he was not enlightened. That's all.
No, my meaning to say is he enjoyed every possible pleasure which can be bought by money.
He
After going, he
he
enjoyed the
he enjoyed means
possible.
what? He means he was still unfulfilled.
No, my point is the point is once also said or you told me or somewhere I heard that uh, only an enlightened person can love. Only an enlightened person can just enjoy the sex to its peak. Uh, Similar, I may be wrong. I may be quoting not the same word, but I guess you got the essence what I want to say. So at some extent, some point, he must be experimenting with all these things. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. So he may be experimenting. He had all that pleasure. If meditation gives you so
Maybe
much,
he was missing all those things. He had not experienced those things, so he
maybe.
needed. Maybe he created the whole thing for his own selfish end, for his own pleasure.
Yeah, it may have he made it so.
So that means he was unenlightened.
No, how can I say that that means? And I don't know that mean.
So you don't know both the things, whether he was enlightened or not.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. But he had something which you, me, and her never felt by listening someone and by
what you
me, you, and her. He had something which attracted so many peoples, and which taught how one can know himself or
what is the proof?
herself.
What is the proof? What is the proof that he had something?
In his voice, you can just by trying his.
What is in the word? Actors can speak, which they can be very impressive. So he may be just acting.
Can be, but
a very good actor.
Let's take one example. I've
seen Mithun Chakravarti acting as Ramakrishna Paramahans. So good he was in that.
So maybe he was like Mithun Chakravarti. Very good actor. Maybe Mithun Chakravarti taught him how to act. What you are saying?
Maybe. It's just maybe.
Maybe. So the doubts are there.
No, I don't have doubt on that thing at very extent. I mean, in the earlier, I was not having the doubt. You just taught me to do. You just taught me to have at least doubt. So I was not having any doubt because
you were not having doubts, or you were repressing doubts.
Yeah, maybe repressing doubt. I will not say repressing because I was not, and there was little bit doubt used to be sometimes when some things from outer like family, not from family. It was not from family, but there used to be in the beginning. But the very first time when I read the very first page of OSHO magazine, I still remember.
It may be all those things. It may be because you were starving. You were frustrated with the kind of world, kind of family, kind of society you were having. So you, you saw something which was a better alternative. So you started getting better food. So you felt, and you stopped doubting. Hmm?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you are right. At somehow you are right.
Okay, should I say now? Speak now.
Yeah, you should.
With
Our
your
talk,
permission,
you are just
I'm allowed to speak
in
or
our
not?
talk.
I am asking for your
You don't
permission.
need you
Okay, what
don't
you were
need
saying?
to
You
ask.
complete that. You complete first.
You are just acting or enjoying the thing happening between us. But
Mhm.
Karen becoming the potato again, she becomes so serious.
Are you here or not, Mr. Karen?
Sorry, I'm 1000% here. I don't know why I'm so alert.
Okay, then it's all right. Your body may be tired, your mind may be tired, but there is something within you. Now you can experience that. When you are interested in something, you can transcend the boundaries of body mind. One should have once in a while these experiences when you are not so much concerned about the body. Sometime I used to, when someone will ask me some question, they will begin with me talking on my roof. Then it will continue, and I will be, once it begin, I will be talking the whole night. We will be walking. So in the beginning, they may be thinking that it will be very pleasurable, but later on I can continue. But for them, it was a hell. It's something like they will be going mad. That so, but when you know something which is beyond body mind, but later on you have to give some importance to body also. Otherwise, it is this mechanism through which you are functioning. So not needed that you have to do it every day, but once in a while one should do. So truth is that which works. That is how Osho has defined that this word Shraddha. It is different from belief and faith. You have faith in someone, but that faith is just superficial. Trust is based on your own experience. Once you have experienced something in the presence of the master or the way shown by the master, then only trust can happen. Once the has happened in you, traveling through his ways, only that can bring the real trust. So for me, because it has worked, whatever whatever way Osho said that you have to, whatever was his methods of meditation, his techniques, and then his discourses. So if you are very sincere about it, you are just listening to Osho, and if then it works, your life is transformed. Then only the real trust will happen. And then when you have your own eyes, you can see the difference. He's so he's like a lotus flower. So he's blossomed and he's so awake and so alert. That you can see if you have yourself meditated, then you can see he's not like other people. You can feel this, the presence of consciousness in him. His aura is he's not being pulled by the gravitational force. It's like levitation is working on him. He's like the, what do you call it, like a feather or like a balloon going up, gas balloon. And his grace, his beauty, inner beauty, the his if you see his eyes, and when he is speaking, if you see his eyes are, it will not blink much. That is all sign that the uh, thoughts are just absent. If you see into his eyes, it look like it's like unfathomable depth of the ocean. But there is no need to just follow anyone blindly. You have to. So then why all those things Osho was doing? He took some drug also, and all those 99 Rolls Royces, and so many things were happening, which is like, which will create question. Seeing Osho, it looks that his compassion was, he was a real bodhisattva. His compassion was of the highest kind. And if a doctor is just treating people who have uh, small illness, the doctor is very not of very high order. He was treating people who were having terminal illness. He was bringing those people to meditation who will never have become attracted to meditation. So people who were not ready at all, people who were like gone cases, people who were only interested in sensuous thing, in pleasure, in indulgence, in riches, they were like, they abhorred these saints and all those people. So Osho was a kind of a very mischievous, you can call him a rascal saint, the term used by Gurdjieff. So he was always interested in things which other will not dare. So people who were just too much interested in carnal desire, too much interested in sex. They were like sex addict, people who were on drug trip, people who were just interested in money, people who are themselves pure to some extent, who are like very heart oriented. To bring them to meditation is easy. People who are just stuck in their head, or they are just running for money, or they are just running for women or men, or they are taking drugs because they want to experience something higher than the normal world. So there have been in past also some people who were dealing with these kind of people, but in modern time, no one has done it like Osho. So, and if you want to help them, maybe you need also to take drugs sometime. And when he was taking drug, when he took drug, it was like when he was too operated, his teeth were being taken out. So he was very aware that he is going to be here only for a very short period. So whatever he has to do in that short period. So he utilized that time. He just taking that. It is called laughing gas, but what is its actual name? The chemical which he was taking, ammonia, something like that. Oxide or something. Nitric oxide. What? Nitric oxide.
Nitrous oxide. Nitrous.
Okay, nitrous. Are you sure, or it can be little different?
Yeah. It's N2O.
Okay, nitrous oxide. You are also taking now? Huh? No.
No.
You tried? Never.
No, I never.
No guts.
I took when I came to your home the very first time.
What you do?
Nitrous oxide.
How?
After the dynamic, it was as a result of dynamic.
Okay, that is good. Okay. So maybe at that time, because he was to be operated, so that would have been very painful. So he just wanted to be established in his consciousness, forgetting the body mind totally. And in that dental chair, he spoke 3 books: Notes of Madman, Glimpses of Golden Childhood, and The Books I Have Loved. So he utilized that time. Otherwise, if the pain was there while he was being operated, he could not have spoken. So just to forget the body and be in that expanded consciousness. And if you read the book Notes of Madman, I've read it. It's different from Osho's other books.
It's Notes of Madman or something else.
Notes of Madman. Or Notes from Madman. Notes from Madman, or it is what? It's just like he has spoken spontaneously. It is not like where most of his book will be like it will be connected things, but here it is not much connected. He is just like he is in a far out state. So he will be speaking something in a different way in this book.
Notes of Madman discourses. I did not find it. It's maybe with some other name.
No, it's not. It's not like you will find it's audio or video, because it's just, I think, taken as a note. Notes from Madman or notes of Madman? I think from Madman, perhaps.
I saw a book, Madman, I guess, in your bookshelf. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
Where you saw?
I may be wrong.
There's no
If it
need to
is
discuss. Maybe it's not.
okay.
It's out of publication, or maybe they may have changed the name, but earlier that was the name. It may have been no longer in publication. So. And
Anyway,
and then if those people, like in the West, young people, especially at that time, they were very desperate. They were totally fed up with all the establishment, the normal order of society. They were disillusioned of that. They were in search of something new. They were not believing in government. They were not believing in their religion, nothing. So they were rebels, these hippies and gypsies, not, hippies. So they were experimenting about everything, sexual orgies, drugs, and their slogan was "Make love, don't make war, make love," something like that. So, and they were young people. These were the people, they could have been transformed. So Osho could see that these people, if they are guided, then if they are shown the real thing, then they can be very easily, once they experience what meditation is, then they can be free from drug also. And if they come to know something beyond sex, then they will not be so obsessed with sex. And even when you are having sex and you are making love, it can be meditative experience. You get glimpses of meditation. These things cannot be accepted by those people who are moralists, because moralists are all repressed people. It is those moralists who are responsible for all the immoralities of the world. They are just wearing masks. Inside there is something else. They are showing something else on the outside. But a person who is interested in truth has to see himself totally naked. If you are hiding your sickness, if you are hiding your diseases, then if you are not encountering it, then how you can be free from that? So Osho can never be accepted by people who are imprisoned by their morality. And he has said it, and it's very true that people who are enlightened, or people, those who are sages, or spirituality is not neither moral nor immoral, it is amoral. Because a person who is moral can anytime become immoral. But a person who is amoral has transcended both morality and immorality. Because he has become so conscious that he has left both the things below. Once you are on the peak of a mountain, then lower things cannot bind you. You can use them when it is needed, or you can discard them if you don't need it. All those things. It varies from person to person. And his understanding of human psychology was far more higher than most of the so-called saints. He wanted to really cure you, to treat you, not that somehow you become decorated and you are wearing good clothes and you are hiding all the past inside the clothes. He wanted to make you one, otherwise everyone is schizophrenic. And he could see that as long as you have not removed your unconsciousness totally, you have not become aware of your unconsciousness. Your unconsciousness will rule you all the time. And in your unconsciousness, all the demons, monsters, dangerous animals are hiding. You are just wearing cloth of culture, which is just fake, which is just hypocrisy. So he wanted to clean your very basement, your very bottom. Until and unless you become aware of the animal within you, the animal instinct in you, you cannot go beyond instincts. So, and this dynamic meditation which he invented, it works on your all the three mind. First is your reptile brain, then the mammalian brain, and then the human brain. Your deepest, you can say the root brain is your reptile brain, the most primitive. Your anger, your sexuality, your aggressiveness, your violence, your greed, everything, your jealousy, it is all coming from there. So the first stage of dynamic meditation is to awaken that reptile brain. Then the second stage works on, when you are doing catharsis, it works on mammalian brain, which is responsible for your emotions. All those mammals are more emotional. Those who can give, those who produces milk. And the third brain is the human brain. That is not of the root, but that is controlling the other two, which are more powerful and more related. They are more deeper. So if you are not aware of them, then there will be always division within you. You will be showing something else. You will try to show that you are a great saint. But from the back door, you will be doing all the wrong things. You will never become one person. That's why he gave this meditation dynamic. For the modern man, it is absolutely needed. Because we have become so hypocritical, so repressed. Those who cannot be even dynamic is not working. They need even more than for them therapies are there. Their disease is even more serious. So those who are addicted to sex, for them there was group sex and he allowed, but it was not for all. It was only for those who needed those things. Encounter group where you are hitting each other, you are even sometimes breaking each other's bones. Because so much aggression is there, and he was saying that until and unless one is aware of his unconsciousness totally, you cannot be free from wars. And when big war like World War happens for 15-20 years, human being is more, they are less violent. But after 10-20 years, we need some big war. Now it is happening between Palestine and Israel. In 20 minutes, the Palestine has hit with 5,000 rockets on Israel. Now they are replying what? What you say?
Someone was there.
Okay. So now they will bombard the whole Gaza Patti. So, and OSHO said that terrorism is a kind of substitute for war. If war is not happening, then terrorism will happen. Until and unless man becomes totally aware of his unconsciousness and is freed from that, the madness will remain inside you. So, the work which Osho did, the experiment which Osho did, perhaps it has never happened in the whole history of humanity. And in America, in ashram, they were allowed to be almost naked. For outsiders, they could not understand it, but it is get rid of your so much lust for bodies, your attraction for body, and unless you are freed from those things, you will be always stuck there. You may be talking big things, but your reality will be something else. In Pune ashram, there was one bathroom, one or two, where everyone will be taking shower naked. I decided consciously to go there to take shower, so that the desire to see women body, one has to face those things. So when you see female body, when she is naked, when it is natural female body, it is not so attractive. Especially in Hindi movies, they make it more attractive because they are showing all the curves, little bit they are showing, little bit they are hiding. Then they are using so much of makeup and oil and all those things. It starts shining so much. Then the light is there. These are all, when the whole society is sick, you are just trying to intensify all those things instead of up. What do you call it? To put the fire off, you are putting more butter in the fire, more oil in the fire, so that it becomes even. But in this way, you are never going to be free. Osho's way was meditation. You become a witness of everything. Only then you can have some experience. Otherwise, experiences, you are just having experiences and you are a totally unconscious person. You will be more and more in greater ditches. Should we stop now? We can talk tomorrow maybe.
Yeah, we can talk.